Hi there, welcome back. This is my first tutorial on how we're going to actually do a cutout in Photoshop. I'm going to do these just as and when I'm working my day and I think something could be useful. So let's dive straight in. Here I have an image ready. You may have your image, hopefully you know how to use Photoshop a little bit, so open your file, locate your picture, open it up, get it in front of you, the thing that you actually want to cut out. I see people doing cutouts various ways. Some people try to erase the background, some people try to paint around it, some people use brushes, some people use Photoshop's quick selection tool, select and mask. For me, the select and mask, it's okay in some instances, but you have to have a perfect studio picture with a faultless background for it to work nicely. And most of the time it just doesn't work very well. So I'm going to show you how to do a cutout correctly. What you need is the pen tool. And there you have it. Thank you, Photoshop. The pen tool. We can do paths, we can do guides, and we can actually trace around stuff with this tool. So select your pen tool. There is a shortcut which is P. As you see, I've got my shortcuts showing because I will be using a lot of them. I just naturally use them. There, we don't want this nasty little pen showing up because it's not very precise, to be honest with you. So what we can do is we can press the caps lock, and that actually puts us into the precise tool. And a shortcut for dragging the picture around is spacebar. Hold the spacebar down and you can click and drag the image around. Zooming in is basically spacebar and command, and zooming out, I believe, is all three of them. So option, command, space for zooming out. Sorry about that little window that popped up. I pressed them in the wrong order. So straight into it. P. You got your P select, just a standard pen tool. First point with a click. There we go. So there's your point. You can change the color of these in preferences if you want to. I never have. And there you can see this line you want to follow. This picture, you can see some bad JPEGing, which again I will talk about because I don't know why people get their JPEGing wrong. There you can see we've got this beautiful line straight out. Won't have to correct it, won't have to do anything to it. Nice and straight. Here, another one. Boom. So this obviously is quite an easy object to cut out. You can see this tool gets a little bit, this item has got a corner here, so we can click and hold, and then you can actually drag the corners out. If you hold shift, it gets a bit more precise, and you can't actually, it does it in degrees. But I just want to make this a little more subtle, so I've made it subtle there. You can see where this comes down, zoom out a bit. Hold the shift. If I hold shift, it gives you a straight line there. Or here, it actually works. Doesn't matter where you put the thing, it will take that angle, the closest one that you're at. Command Z, undo. So we want to go down to this point here. I hold the shift button and click. And this is at an angle, so another click. We've got another corner, click hold, and I drag it down to make a soft corner. Then we're coming down here. See, this has got a corner here, so there's another click. I want to soften this slightly, so I'm click holding and dragging out. When I'm doing it, because you've got 2 points on this, I want to get rid of this point here, so I actually hold option and then I click the point I just created, which loses the head there. So this is now going to follow wherever I put it. So we need to go here. That's perfect. Here, that's perfect. We need another soft corner. And see, I'm trying to create this nice little corner which goes around that object. Straight down. Zoom out a bit, you can see there's lights in the way, but we can just about see a corner. There's a corner here, we'll go for that point. Click hold, drag your corner out. And then corner there. Look, that's actually a wheel. So I was going to cut a wheel off, go back, click to about here. You can just about make this out. So here, I'm going to fly through this, There you see this point here. If I now select another point here, you're going to get this horrible angle here, which you really don't want. And what's happening is the actual path is following this line. So we need to get rid of this, and holding Option and then clicking the point we created gets rid of that. So when I put a point here, it goes straight across. It loses out. Yeah, there it is with that, and you see it creates that corner. You don't want that, so you lose this arrow here, this marker, and now you can select a point here and make a nice soft corner. And up. Now I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like it's part of the actual trolley system. Looks like there's a bolt here. So this is where we can just about make stuff out. This is a bad quality picture to actually work on, but we can only cut out what we can see. So there again. Here, click, click. This has got a mechanism on the wheel. I'm clicking and holding sometimes just to make that corner nicer. Click, hold, round, round we go, round we go. Click, hold because there's a corner. I've got my, that's probably going the right way. So if they are going the right way, I don't actually get rid of them. But sometimes that would go the wrong way. That would spurt out, so it actually creates a soft corner, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm clicking on the actual point. Click, hold. Click, hold. So that created a nice actual corner that I wanted. So that would have, if I'd have clicked here, which is the next point, see how it tries to follow? It tries to follow this line and go around there. So we don't want that at all. I'll undo that. Option, click on the point we just created, gets rid of that, and then we can actually follow this path here nicely. Again, if I don't get rid of this, I want to go down this line here, click here, it tries to follow that path. It's like a smoothing thing. So we don't want that. That looks just hideous. So press Option, click on the point we just made, and it will follow any direction you click in. So again, you could go here, here, and it gives you a nice right angle really. Well, it's only a right angle if you go 90 degrees to it, but it gives you that nice straight crisp line. Click, 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 click. It's got something in there, that's down there. Click, click. Once you get into these, you'll realise that you can get away with quite a bit because you can't actually see some of this image. Click, click, hold, little corner there. Click, 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 hold for the corner. Click, hold for the corner, get rid of that direction, go straight, select there, down, down here, that's got some corner, it's got another corner, select, down. I think I might have missed a wheel off somewhere. Zoom out just to check, so there you can see it's coming along nicely. Use the arrow to select it. If you deselect it, click on the point. Click, hold for that corner there. Click for a straight line. If you don't move, you can click and hold, and then you can actually make this go wherever you want it to go. But if you don't move the mouse when you click, and you just click, let go, it'll just give you a straight line, and there's no other direction on here. So then you can click and hold. But if you click to hold, and then you can move it. And then if you want that path to go that way and follow this line, it'll create a nice smoother sort of effect. So see, that sort of smooths it out. But the majority of the time, you actually don't want your path to follow that. So you need to Option, click, select. I know I've probably said that a few times now, but it's probably the one bit where people fall down and they think the paths are going crazy. There you go, keep on selecting these points. I think I've actually cut off half the wheel there. There's a grey line here. Some of these images you have to make up because some of the actual quality of them can be absolutely terrible. So you'll learn what you can get away with, what you can make up. And like here, you can see that this is actually hidden. So we are going to follow this as well as we can. And I think we're just going to get away with that. So we're following this path around. Click, click, click. Follow this. Click. There's another wheel. Follow this path here. See, that I actually wanted to follow a nice smoother curve because I'm actually following a wheel. So if I was to take this off, then I'd have to actually create this myself. And sometimes you can make a wheel look absolutely terrible. So let's have that back and make this as smooth as we can. And that, because this extension of this is actually too high, if I go here, it's going to create a really strange curve, just like that, because it's tried to follow this path. So we are going to get rid of that and do this one manually. And I think we're almost coming to join up our path again. There we go, back to where we started. Join these up, you literally just select the path, and I'll give it a little corner there. So there you have it. Path done. You can see a nice blue line on there. This is your paths palette. I believe you can go to view, or window even, sorry, and it'll be there in paths. So there, you can see your outline of your path there as well. We save this path. I always just leave it as path 1 unless I'm doing multiple paths and I need to know what they are. These are very useful for actually retouching if you want to sort of, you could select one of these panels and recolor it and name it panel path, and then you'd know exactly what it was when you did it. But you can hold Command and click on that, and that will actually make a selection of the path that we just did as a shortcut, or select it in your paths panel. And I believe you can make selection there. You can give it a feather tolerance, etc, etc. We don't want any because we want it to be nice and crisp. And here you can see it on your panels. If I actually copy this out and paste it into a new layer, you can see it's just there. And that is what we've just done, which took hopefully under 2 minutes with me waffling as well. So they have a nice, clean, professional path. And we can use that for multiple things. We can use that for Photoshop mock-ups, we can use it for magazine work, etc, etc, and we haven't destroyed the original image. So what I would do is get rid of that. Yep, bin that layer, thank you Photoshop. I always give my paths a clipping path. And I always do this a flatness 10. There, if we save that image, that is it. That is your first path completed. When you import that image into InDesign or Quark, you will actually lose the background completely. I've got some more work to do on this image, guys. I need to retouch it up. I need to get rid of some bits and pieces. I need to brighten it. I need to replace colors. So I hope you enjoyed my first little look into my workflow and how I work. Please stick around. Talking to the camera is not my thing, but I hope you did enjoy my little intro. Thanks, guys. Hit that subscribe button.